Hello, my friend. In this video, we will talk about habits. Listen carefully. Habits are one of the biggest secrets in life. Many of us don't pay attention to them. We don't understand their power, and we don't know how strong their effect is on our lives, whether negative or positive. Today, I will explain habits to you in a way you've never seen before. I will show you exactly how dangerous habits are and how powerful their influence is. By the end of this video, I want you to understand how your life is going and where it is heading. Pay attention. This is part 1 of the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. For this video, you need to get a good cup of coffee so you can take in this good dose of knowledge, my friend. Let's continue. As usual, we start by saying, "Peace be upon you." Welcome, my friend, to the Speak Up English channel, where we talk about how to improve your English through summaries of books, daily podcasts, and useful learning resources. I am the one who runs this channel. The idea of the channel is that I don't just summarize or review books, I explain them in detail. So if you are interested in this kind of content, I would be honored if you subscribe. Let's focus on the topic now. I need to start with this idea. Your life, or the life you are living today. Focus with me on every detail. And with God's will, it happened because of the habits you practiced in the past. Whether that past was 5 years, 10 years, more or less. Listen to this important idea. The life you will live in the future depends on the habits you practice and program today. Okay. Let me explain the danger of habits using 2 books. The first is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The second book is The Power of Habit. And with God's will, listen, I will go back and explain it again, because I know that many people didn't fully understand the book. Trust me, it's a dangerous book. To show you how dangerous habits are, listen to this story. I've told you before that I dream and aim to open a dopamine caffeine cafe in the future. That's great, but I always keep Starbucks in mind. It's the most successful coffee brand in the world today. Why is it successful? What are the secrets they have that I need to know so I can try to imitate them and be successful like them? These questions were always on my mind. Every time I went to Starbucks to get my coffee, I would sit, think, and try to find the hidden secrets. One time, my friend, I noticed something important. Everyone who ordered coffee from Starbucks in front of me, when they reached the cashier, none of them said, "Give me the menu." None of them looked at the menu to choose. They just went to the cashier already knowing what they wanted. This, my friend, is one of the secrets of success. Why? Because my friend Nasser and the people with him went to that cafe every day to order that coffee. The reason was habit. Not because Starbucks has the best coffee. It doesn't. Not because it's the cheapest. It's not. But because it's a habit. And by habit, we mean we do it unconsciously. Let me explain what this means. In the book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, I learned that 95% of the things I do daily, I do unconsciously. Do you understand, my friend? 95% of your actions in life are done unconsciously. I used to think that the conscious mind controlled everything I did without me knowing. For example, I would put the remote in my pocket and leave. Later, I'd realize I took it by mistake. I thought it was my phone. That's part of it. But the dangerous thing I learned after hearing this information is that most of the things you do in your life, from the moment you wake up until you go back to sleep, 95% of them you do unconsciously. Let me give you an example. When you open your eyes in the morning, the first thing you might do is grab your phone and check messages. You grab your phone after waking up to check notifications. You open it to go to social media. Let's say you start with WhatsApp, then Snapchat, then Twitter. This order, my friend, you do it unconsciously. Then you decide to put the phone down. Get up. If the habits you have programmed in your unconscious mind push you toward better each day, you will notice that after a year, you are better than the year before. If they push you toward worse each day, then after a year, you will discover you are worse than the year before. This is the danger of habits. We used the book The Power of Habit to explain the unconscious part because that's where habits are practiced. Now, let's use the book Atomic Habits. This book, my friend, explains how habits are programmed in the first place. It explains the pattern habits use to program themselves into the unconscious mind. I will explain this to you now. It says, every habit has 3 stages. The first stage is the cue. This is something your mind sees, hears, or senses in some way. It's like the starting pistol in a race. Do you know the one they used to use? They would fire it, and the race would start immediately. This cue for your unconscious mind means the beginning of a habit. Let me give you an example. Your phone. When you hear it ring, your unconscious mind receives the cue that it's time to start the habit of going to your phone, picking it up, and checking who is calling. Then you decide whether to answer, not answer, or put it on silent. The sound of the phone ringing is a cue to start. That's why when your phone rings and you are far from it, you often can't resist the sound. You go to check it. Even if you are washing something, you try to finish quickly so you can check your phone. Not because the call is important, not because you are waiting for an important call, but because your unconscious mind is pushing you to practice this habit. This is very dangerous. That's also why if someone else's phone rings and it's annoying, you either answer it, put it on silent, or find a solution, because your unconscious mind pushes you to practice this habit. This is one example of cues. Let me give you another example that applies to our smoking friends. Our friend the smoker is used to taking a nicotine dose. Sometimes an hour or an hour and a half passes without smoking. Fine. Suddenly, after finishing a meal, just 10 or 15 minutes later, he looks for cigarettes in a way that's hard to describe, like an addict. Is it a nicotine need? No. 10 minutes ago, if you needed nicotine that badly, you would have looked for cigarettes then. But no, my smoking friend, you don't need it. You need to practice the habit you always do right after eating. Your unconscious mind, as soon as it knows you finished your meal, gives the cue. Smoke, smoke, smoke. And this feeling you can't resist, it's just your unconscious mind pushing you to practice this habit. Focus on this. This is very, very dangerous, because once you understand it, you can control this habit and quit if you want. It's not just smoking, anything else. These are the cues that Clear talks about in Atomic Habits, what he calls the cue. The cue is one of the most important things to focus on to either get rid of habits or gain new ones. We will go into detail about this in the rest of the series, God willing. But let's move to the second part. After the cue comes the second part of the habit pattern, which is the habit itself, the action you do. Let me give you another example that applies to our smoking friends. Our friend the smoker is used to taking a nicotine dose. Sometimes an hour or an hour and a half passes without smoking. Fine. Suddenly, after finishing a meal, just 10 or 15 minutes later, he looks for cigarettes in a way that's hard to describe, like an addict. Is it a nicotine need? No. 10 minutes ago, if you needed nicotine that badly, you would have looked for cigarettes then. But no, my smoking friend, you don't need it. You need to practice the habit you always do right after eating. Your unconscious mind, as soon as it knows you finished your meal, gives the cue. Smoke, smoke, smoke. And this feeling you can't resist, it's just your unconscious mind pushing you to practice this habit. focus on this. This is very, very dangerous because once you understand it, you can control this habit and quit if you want. It's not just smoking, anything else. These are the cues that Clear talks about in Atomic Habits, what he calls the cue. The cue is one of the most important things to focus on, to either get rid of habits or gain new ones. We will go into detail about this in the rest of the series, God willing. But let's move to the second part. After the cue comes the second part of the habit pattern, which is the habit itself, the action you do. As we said before, finishing your meal is the cue. Practice smoking. Drinking a cup of coffee is the cue. Smoking. Hearing your phone notification? Go check it immediately. Snapchat notification? Go check your phone. The sound of the notification is the cue. Checking the phone is the behavior or action, the habit. For our clean friends, for example, when they finish something and have trash, they look for a trash can unconsciously. The cue is their eyes seeing the trash. Then they look for a trash can and throw it away. That's a habit, more than just cleanliness. And our friend who is used to seeing trash and not looking for a trash can, what does he do with it? Whether on the street, on the table, on the dashboard, etc. Someone else deals with it later. I used to travel with some friends. We would enter a hotel room, clean and tidy. My friend would throw his things on the bed, the floor, or anywhere. He would get dressed and leave. I used to ask my mom a question that annoyed me without understanding. I would say, "Mom, there's a laundry bag for dirty clothes. There's a trash can." Why? Because for my friend, the habit was when he wants to wear new clothes, the cue is to take off the old ones and leave them anywhere. But not just anywhere, specific places, like on a chair or a specific spot. This is the second part that James Clear talks about in this book, and that no one has really talked about before. So, my friend, this is the structure of a habit. Cue, behavior, reward. What you need to do, my friend, is focus on the habits you want to develop or gain, and focus on the habits you want to get rid of. Try to understand the pattern of each habit. What is the cue for that habit? For example, for a habit I don't like and want to get rid of, what are the cues that always make me start it? Note that there might not be just one cue. Try to find these cues and learn how to get rid of them, or identify the rewards and deny them or replace them. For example, if you're used to drinking coffee because after finishing it you feel happy, look for a behavior that gives you the same or more happiness. There are things in life that can make you happier than coffee, more than smoking, more than playing PlayStation, etc. For the habits you want to lose, look at the cues that start them so you can change the cues. How do you gain a new habit? How do you find its cues? How do you get rid of an old habit? How do you remove its cues? The rewards in new and old habits, how do you make habits connect and follow each other? James Clear explains all of this in Atomic Habits. And so I don't take too long, I will explain it in the next series. Please, I ask you, turn on the channel notifications so that when part 2 comes out, you can watch it right away. It's important to follow this series. It's necessary because I will teach you how to program your life in the direction you want it to go. Do you have a specific goal you want to reach? There are habits that will get you to that goal. Program these habits to become the person in front of you. Someone programmed the habit of reading, opening the camera, explaining, producing, and uploading to YouTube. This habit changed my life. It turned my life upside down, from worse to better. One habit, my friend, one habit changed 20 years of my life. So I ask you and beg you to follow this series. I am sure, God willing, it will help you a lot, my friend. I said at the beginning of this video that I want you to leave understanding the danger of these habits. know that they are a secret that people and companies like Starbucks use. Many people control and develop their own habits, and they also control other people's habits. Remember, we talked about McDonald's branches. Why do they all look the same? Starbucks branches all have the same design and theme. Why? What's the secret? So that wherever you travel, no matter what city or neighborhood, when your unconscious mind sees a branch, it has a cue. Go get coffee. Now you know why. And God willing, in the upcoming episodes, I will give you more examples and studies that James Clear mentions in his book about organizations that were able to shape habits and change people's habits, making positive changes. Please follow this series. Leave this video knowing that habits are a great secret. You must control them and program them. Why? Because you practice them all the time, my friend, unconsciously. If you liked this dose, give me a like and share it with anyone who might benefit. The dopamine caffeine dose for today is over, my friend. Until I meet you in the next dose, which will be better, God willing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time as always.